Yeah, warriors, we drinking it down. Raise your voices and stare at this town. We're the champions of craft beer sport. Tall can audio, we hold down the fort.
Now, before you launch off, I thought of you in a non-wrestling way.
Oh, not interested.
Yesterday, and I think you will be. I think this will be right up your alley.
Okay.
So, I am a Spotify pro. Not really.
Yeah.
Whereas my way better half, she is newer to it.
Yeah.
And so she's trying to build up some playlists, whatever.
Yeah.
She ends up with, and I don't know how she got there, but on a Big Shiny Tunes
Nice
playlist.
Yes.
And so we're going through all these things. And because Big Shiny Tunes started, I believe, in 96. So that's about a 13-year-old Matt. That's right in the wheelhouse.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Now, for whatever reason, you're right in the timeline, Big Shiny Tunes 2 is the one that I remember having.
Certified Diamond Big Shiny Tunes 2.
Right. I don't remember having the first one, but I definitely had the second one on CD.
Yeah.
Which was a big step up at the time.
Yeah.
From my cassette player.
So, and for me, I'm now into my early 20s.
Yeah.
It's kind of getting out of my sort of.
This has got to be like Econoline Crush, maybe.
Okay, Limb Lifter, Better Than Ezra.
Fucking right, Better Than Ezra.
Both 1 and 2 both had 2 different Bush songs. On the first one, it's Bush X.
Yeah.
On the second one, it's just Bush.
Yeah, there had been some sort of legal dispute over here.
But Chili Peppers, No Doubt.
Yeah, Spiderwebs.
All these things, right? So I'm aware of all these. And
Sure.
it's 96, 94, this is sort of heyday of all rock.
Yep.
Right? You have all these things. Do you know that there were 14 seasons of Big Shiny Tunes?
I didn't know that it was that exactly, but I knew it made it to at least 12. They kept coming out.
09 was the last one.
Okay. They came out for, I remember, I think my sister had Big Shiny Tunes 5. Then somewhere else, I don't remember if I'm still in college. I am back in college, 07. There was a new one that came, but by then you're sort of over it, right?
And there's Winter Sleep. Who the fuck is Winter Sleep?
Yeah, no.
And who is Saving Abel? Who are these people? I've never heard of these
Somebody's
bands.
Somebody's got to be Saving Abel.
Well, and so I know there's Wolf Mother.
Yeah.
Is out there. Some Weezer. Pork and Beans is on, I believe, one of the last ones. But there's a lot of bands where I'm like, who the fuck is that? And now I'm into my 30s, so no good.
Yeah, but no, yeah, exactly. It's we just had a very similar debate, and this comes up all the time. The new NHL video game comes out this month. And so as a tease, EA Sports releases the playlist because there's always 12 or 15 songs that play in the menus while you're making your trades or setting up your lineup or whatever else is going on. And people are like, I don't know any of these bands. That was half the fun. Back in the day, there are songs still in my music library. There's a song called The Quiet Things That No One Ever Knows by Brand New that was on NHL 03. I'm not finding that style of music and that song anywhere else other than the fact that it happened to be on the video game in 03, and it still lives in I have nothing else by Brand New, but I know that song, and instead of being like, these songs are stupid, this band is, I've never even heard of them, that's kind of the point. That's how you end up on a video game. You're not yet huge. Tony Hawk Pro Skater was one that's known for its soundtrack through the first game or two. That it holds up now. People go back and find the playlist of I remember loving the music in that game while you're doing your skateboard tricks and whatever else.
As I did.
Yeah.
Never.
But that's sort of what Big Shiny Tunes was. There was much dance at the same time. They went almost the same series, leg for leg, 09. I had one Christmas where...
Did somebody give you a Much Dance?
I did. I got Much Dance, 99. At the same time, my cousin, who was not really into dance music, but was more into hip-hop and stuff than I was, whereas... So we kind of, when the person who gave it to us wasn't looking, I'll take that. It's got a little more rock and alternative. You'll take this. It's not...
Yeah.
It had... The Much Dance at least had remixes of some rap songs and stuff like that. Yeah, man, those sorts of... remember there used to be you could buy every year the Grammy nominees album.
Well, the library gets all those still. Not
Okay.
obviously not the Big Shiny Tunes.
No.
But Grammys.
Yeah. Like on CD?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we still, now much smaller.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 copies of whatever, but CD, DVDs still a
I
thing.
remember I got for my birthday, I think, Grammy nominees 95. So this is Seal,
Kiss
by a Rose. Yeah, from the Batman movie of that year.
Yeah.
That's You Oughta Know by Alanis Morissette.
Sure, yeah.
It must have been Any Man of Mine. There was a Shania Twain. I might be thinking of the Juno. No, that would have been big enough for a Grammy.
Man, she was
everywhere,
globally huge.
Yeah. So a bunch of
great
stuff
in
like
your 90s mom jeans denim too, man. Shania.
but making it work.
Yeah, for 100%.
Yeah, those sorts of compilations. But yeah, like it was just this week that everyone was getting in an uproar about, I don't know any of these bands on.
Yeah.
And like for me, I remember 07, the NHL game had an Anti-Flag song, which I knew the band, but most people didn't. And so that would be one of those low level, somebody's going to discover this band. Now, hindsight being what it would be, but Paramore was on there around that time. Yeah, brand new treble charger gob back in the early 2000s.
Wide Mouth Mason.
All of this stuff, man. Like back in the day, fit right on the game. So,
well, and I always
wherever you find your music, like don't hate on an opportunity to discover a new act.
No, 100%. And and it's not new music, but to me, and we've talked about this before on the show, I think of the first non-console game I got. It was a PC.
Yeah.
It was NHL 98 with Heroes by David Bowie.
99.
99, baby.
I had that. One of the best. Like there's a Jim Hewson call.
I was going to say Gord Miller and I couldn't think of the name.
It's Jim Hewson who does the game, but also like in the opening video, it's like, there's one that always stands. It's Curtis Joseph playing the puck behind the. He's knocked down. Puck out in front. Rene Corbet. Great save, Joseph.
Joseph's out of his net. He's knocked down. Scrambling back in. Corbet's alone in front. Great save, Joseph.
And you're like, for whatever reason, man, for 26 years now, that call is.
We can be heroes, Matt.
Yeah, just for one day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't get greedy.
You hope. We all hope it can be that great, Matt. But so. Anyways, Big Shiny Tunes.
Yeah.
Made me think, because it's like I said, even
and people
the early
recreate them now. Like those albums aren't available on Spotify or on Apple Music, but someone has created the Big Shiny Tunes I remember or I've looked up and created the playlist.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Yeah.
And so you see them, and there's a 1 through 14.
I think Big Shiny Tunes 2 may have also had The Beautiful People by
it did.
Marilyn Manson.
Well, both 1 and 2 had 2 different Marilyn Manson tunes on it.
Yeah.
But Collective Soul, there was all those mid-90s.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
There was whoever did that.
Probably the Wallflowers a little bit.
Not a 1 or 2, but yes.
Okay.
Whoever did the King of New Orleans, like all those, it's just, you're like, all right. and again, because alt rock, like by the end you have some Sam Roberts because you still got to get your CanCon.
Yeah. Even in 07, there's like Montreal Calling, like there's a bunch of stuff like that they're still trying to also balance this game's going to sell more.
Well,
now I'm back to the hockey one.
It's the French version is Musique Plus.
Okay.
And so you do in Quebec, you have to have it. But like even in the early years, you're like, who is Poe? Do you know Poe? The band, just P-O-E.
No.
But you have these bands and you're like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Anyways, Big Shiny Tunes. The series sold over 5 million copies, but 2 alone.
In Canada alone.
Yeah. In 2, 1 million. Certified diamond.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
Huge, man.
Huge for sure. And
it's fun to go back and still find that stuff because that's the stuff you remember listening to the album start to front with your. Remember the other series was Now.
Yep. Now, exclamation mark.
Yeah. I don't think it was by the same. I think Big Shiny Tunes might have been in concert with Much Music.
It was.
Yeah.
And that's why I said Music Plus. It was Much Music.
Right.
And in Quebec, Music Plus.
So now, I don't know how far they went. Again, at least to 5. I had Now 3. And I'm trying to remember now what was on it. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But like these compilation albums were kind of a big thing back because you didn't have a Spotify to go And now it's funny, you do have a Spotify or an Apple Music, go back looking for what were the 12 biggest songs of 1997?
Well,
or,
and you know what? It's funny.
Hey Goliath. Or what was the song by Joan Osborne? What if God was one of us? Look at this shit. I can't remember if that was Now or that was Much.
How about, what is it? Was it Chasing Blue Cars?
Dishwalla?
Dishwalla.
Yeah.
Good math. But it's funny because, so that again is a mid-90s. That again is a early to mid-teens, Matt.
Yep.
So my dad, who just last week turned 82.
Okay.
So when I phoned him on his birthday.
Happy birthday, Big Jim.
Yeah. When I phoned him on his birthday last Thursday, I did a little research. So he was born in 43. So I looked up what was the number one song on his birthday in 56 and again in 61.
Okay.
So 13-year-old my dad and 18-year-old my dad. And I'm
well, welcoming our boys home from
yeah.
Not 43 quite yet, but
Yeah, no. So he was born in 43.
Yeah.
Anyways, he nailed
no way.
the 1950. Now it's I think it's a little easier because the 56 when he's 13 on the month of his birthday, it was Elvis.
Yeah, okay.
So both the month of his birthday and the song of the year, he was on it. Bang, bang. 61 way less, but he was all around it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just so weird how the music, because I said to him, he's like, oh, I kind of missed the 61 stuff. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, if I went back to mid 80s and 90 and you were to ask me, June of 90, I'm waving at a pile of shit, right? So he was way tighter on it. And again, I understand music has become way more fragmented.
Yeah. Well, when Apple Music first came out, you used to be able to, and you probably still can, but you could tell Siri, play the top 10 songs from June of this year. And so I remember I was sitting at the cottage one night having a couple of drinks with the old man. It's, high school graduation year, the year you got married.
REO Speedwagon.
And so, we just threw out some stuff, and he didn't, he had one or two right out of the top 10.
38 special.
But he'd be like, let it play. I want to, let me remember what was the actual. So some of this
100%.
stuff's pretty cool. I wouldn't have thought to go find all of these myself, but here's a playlist of someone else has already done it. Here were the top songs of 1974 or whatever else.
And so with my dad, because again, he's in his early 80s now, and everything is you remember your youth.
Of course.
That's just how it is. So whether your dad who's 15 to 20 years younger at least, you still go back and even you go, I don't know that song. And then you play it and you're like, oh,
I do know that.
it reminds me of being at blank.
Cruel Summer.
Yeah. It's Bananarama. And so so every time I'm going to try for the next couple of weeks anyways. So my dad grew up in Ottawa. He's here and huge CFL guy in the 50s and into the 60s. I'm going to hit him with who was the CFL champion in 58?
Yep.
Or who was the Stanley Cup winner in 61? Just because it sort of, and it takes him off in a bunch of tangents.
Course.
And so it's interesting.
I remember that song or that day or that game or whatever. I was at so-and-so's house.
Slow dancing with so-and-so. I'm like, Dad, you know what?
Good on you.
So, simmer down, Dad. Simmer down. I don't know what you've been doing prior to me phoning, but that sounds like a couple rum and cokes too many.
No such thing.
Yeah, 100%. At 82, you know what? Literally.
Yeah, 100%.
Fire it up.
Whatever you've been doing before the phone call.
Yo, Warriors been drinking it down. Raise your voices, hysterically.